My name is Dottie, and I'm Stitching Scotty from South Carolina, and I would just like to welcome everyone to my channel. It's all about cross stitch and finishing a few things and just having fun stitching. And this is January 31st, 2021, and this is Flosstube number 14. I just want to thank everyone for watching, and I just was really thrilled. My subscribers doubled this week, and I was just really excited about that, that people are really excited about sharing, enjoying my stitching, and that they like it. And because I'm not the best stitcher, but I do enjoy what I do. But anyway, welcome, and I hope you'll come back. I hope you'll tell your friends. And I hope you'll subscribe and like if this is your first time watching. So anyway, I'm going to do things a little different this time. I'm going to tell you about, I thought if I mixed it up and didn't kind of get ho-hum, it'll be sort of the same, but a little bit different. But anyway, we're going to talk about the monthly Orny SAL. That's one of the SALs that I belong to. And this is where I'm going to show my whips, because most of what I worked on was to finish up January things. But anyway, I picked out an ornament from Just Cross Stitch magazine, the December issue. And it's called Snowman's Treat. This ended up being a lot more stitching than I thought, but he is just so cute, enjoying his little cup of cocoa. Who ever heard of a snowman drinking cocoa? But it was cute. Oops. It was cute. So, it's by Caitlin Berg. I hope I pronounced your name right, Caitlin. I met her at a retreat up in Weaverville, North Carolina. Not last October, but the October before last, BC, before COVID. But anyway, I've sewed and sewed. This was my January 1st start, and I was so excited because I thought, oh, I'm going to start that. But it's Snowman's Treat, and it's on 28 count Cafe Mocha. And I use Weeks Dye Works and DMC floss for what Weeks Dye Works colors I didn't have. I did sub, see there he is, my finish. Let's see, let me hold him up by this. I used jute for the ornament hanger. And I had to substitute garnet, Weeks Dye Works garnet, for 816 DMC because I didn't have any. Can you imagine? A DMC color I did not have. I was shocked. Then I looked at the ecru on the snowman, and he didn't show up really well on this pattern. So I decided to substitute and use DMC 3865 because I didn't like the Classic Colorworks Toasted Marshmallow either. So I thought, well, I'll use that. And I was really happy. So what I did was, this finish actually went really well. Much better than the scissor fob last week. Ooh, that was fun. Anyway, though, I got my material. I had a fat quarter that I bought on one of the quilt shop pops one time. And then, of course, my husband had bought me some snow mini pom-poms from Dames and the Needle. And I've got those here. My hanger, I wanted to use, I wanted to make some cording, but of course, I don't know where I put my cord maker. It's somewhere here, but craft room's a mess. So I used jute because I did not have any blue ribbon at all, or any blue chenille. And I used Eileen's Quick Dry Tacky Glue. This is my best friend, and I'm not a good gluer either. But I had no problems this time. So I got some mat board, and I put the mat, and I also used the double-sided sticky tape. And I think I bought that at Panda's Crossing at my local needlework shop. But anyway, the best thing I used, I bought from Amazon. And I'd been eyeing this. It was on my Christmas wish list for Amazon, and of course, nobody bought it. But it's the Olfa Circle Rotary Cutter. And, oh dear. And here it is. Oh, it's upside down. There we go. Okay, but what you do is you put it down on your mat board. This is covering up a very sharp point that you put down. It's kind of like a compass, and you set your ruler to half the circumference of your circle, and you take it around, and you of course it's got a blade guard here. It's got a rotary cutter, and you run it around. I ran mine around one time because when I ran it around the second time, of course, I moved it. And so that didn't work out well, so I had to start over. But then I used the scissors to finish cutting it out. And I saved the container so you could see it's Olfa, and it says 18mm circle rotary cutter. And it wasn't very expensive, and I really, really liked it. Although you could just use a compass, you know, and draw it on there and cut it out with scissors, but scissors are not my best friend with mat board either, so I usually use an X-Acto knife. So I did that, cut out 2 pieces, and then I used the sticky tape and put my cloth on there. No, yes, I did. And then I took a needle and thread, and I gathered it up with a needle and thread and laced it on the back, and I put batting underneath my snowman, and I gathered that also and laced it up, and then I glued these together with the pom-poms. Almost forgot to glue this in, the hanger, but I remembered just in the nick of time and got that glued in. And then I set something very heavy on it, which was why I had to get up and go get it, because I forgot about it because it was covered up. And because I use quick dry glue, it's been less than an hour and it's done. So there you go. And I'm really excited, and I'll have that to either hang in the window or hang on a little ornament stand, or I can use it on my Christmas tree next year. Who knows? Or you could put this on a winter tree. So I was really thrilled with that. There was a lot more stitching than I thought. Okay, so that was my FFO. My first 2021 start FFO. So I was really excited about that. So then, the next thing I did was the, was the Country Cottage Needleworks January sampler. And I'll hold this up here. And I was seeing everyone's on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, I hadn't even hardly started mine. And I got it, and last week, you know, I told you that I started and I liked the blue cloth a little bit better because I looked at the beautiful beige cloth that they had it on, and I don't know, it just reminded me of the beach or something. And I thought, snowman, beach, no, that's not going to work for me. So I found this piece of cloth in my stash, and it's a 28 count Zweigart, and it was some kind of, I don't know if it's French country rain or what it is, but anyway, I liked it. So I got that, and I used all the classic color works, except I noticed that I did not like the way the really tealy, looked on this fabric. So I chose Classic Colorworks Blue Jean, and I used it for the house and all the lines in between. And I finished him today. Those 2 things were all I stitched on this week. This was a strange week. But I made it through, and I got lots of stitching done in spite of it. So I was really excited. So now, when I get to my local needlework shop to pick up my February sampler of the month, I'll be able to start that, and hopefully I can do that very soon. All right. The January sampler is 45 by 125, and that took me 30 days, but of course I did not stitch on it for 30 days. You know, I'm like a little squirrel. I run from here and I say, oh, this looks good, let's stitch this, you know. So it was really kind of fun to just go around and just stitch this and that. So I enjoyed that. All right, then, so that was my finish, my one and only finish, my one and only FFO. So to have something to show you, and because everybody's starting to show Valentine's Day stuff, I thought, well, you know, I better show these 2 winter things before everybody is like, oh, we don't want to see that. So my other thing is a Lizzie Kate winter sampler. You know, I love my Lizzie Kate. And this is my finish. I got this in a frame, and I want to say I got this from Stitch and Frame at Rock Hill. And she fixed it to where she put these little slider things so I can use the little screws and see how they turn around. Evidently, I didn't tighten this one up. And then you just pop this out, and then you can pop your other piece on after you lace it up. And I have all 4 seasons done. And it's just a really nice finish. And I just love the frame. It kind of looks like wormy chestnut. And I bought the, got the button to go with it. And I used all the call for colors, because at that time I was using all the call for colors, which were sampler threads. So there you go. Next, I had another winter piece, and I apologize for this not being any bigger, but it was very small. It was attached to the zipper kit. And I want to say I got this in Rock Hill also, years and years ago, and I thought he was so cute. I just fell in love with him. That little pudgy fat snowman. He looks like, well, there's a glare. He looks like he had way too much, snow. And I love his little stovepipe hat. I just thought that was so cute. Now, this was done with pearl cotton. No, I lie. 6 strands of DMC. And it included the buttons. And it's on, I want to say it's like on maybe 10 or 12, but I'm really not sure. But it's on a big, big count. It's kind of burlappy looking. So, but he's just really cute. But I was tired of stitching white when I finished that. But I thought I'd show you those because tomorrow they're coming down. Well, they're already down, so I guess they'll just stay down. So, some Valentine's stuff will go up probably. Okay, then let's talk haul. Yes. It wouldn't be a week if I didn't get something. And I know y'all think, oh, she just buys a lot of stuff. But, this stuff I needed for projects I was working on. Okay. I have a lot of floss, and I have a lot of thread, and I've been going around, and there's no floss here, there's no floss there. Well, I had to pick up some Weeks Dye Works, some colors. I had to pick up more classic color works. There were actually, believe it or not, I have 12 floss boxes with DMC. Everybody I know, when somebody in my family dies or a friend dies, I always get their DMC. Or, I've just bought a lot, one or the other. But I do have a lot of, but I needed more DMC. I needed more sampler threads. I mean, there was always 1 or 2 that I just did not have. Oh, and there's another Ye Old Gold. That's like real gold these days to try to get. And so I just bought lots of floss and stuff that I needed, all right, that I couldn't find anywhere else. Because I'm going to go to my needlework store before I go to Hobby Lobby or anywhere at Michael's, because it's about the same price. And I want to keep my local needlework store in business. And even not so local needlework store, because Stitch and Frame is about an hour and a half from my house, and they have the prettiest fabric. They really do. I got picture this plus a 32 count Ariel And this is that. That's going to be for some snowmen pieces. I'll probably do about 4 different items with that because the items I want to use are small. So we'll use about 1/4 of it. Then I loved this color. It's fabric by Stephanie, Spanish Moss, and I got an 1/8 to try that to see if I liked it for what I needed it for, that I did not take the chart. And then I saw this even after I saw the other blue, and it's Belfast Blue Vintage Whisper Vintage 32 count. And it's similar to the other one, but it's just a little bit different. There's not as much modeling, but I thought that was so pretty. And I hadn't bought any fabric in quite some time that was fancy. And, you know, something else that's really, really hard to get is Murky from Picture This Plus. And they had some in 36 count. So I got this big piece because I'm planning on using it for a pattern. And I'd already bought 1 piece, but it just, I needed 2 pieces because I have 2 pieces that need Murky. Halloween, of course. Then, I think this one's my favorite, and I've never worked on 40 count. And I was looking, but the color is my favorite. So I got Chocolate Milk in Fabrics by Stephanie. And we're going to try some 40 count sometime soon and see how that works. Yeah, I wear glasses already, so we'll see how that works. Then Winter Wishes 32 count Fabrics by Stephanie. See, I told you I bought some fabric, and that's what I got. I'll probably use that for a little Stitch Girl project because I love her patterns, and she's got a couple of things on something similar to that. And then I found this Salt Marsh Green, and it's 36 count. And it looked like something that I remembered I just had to have. So I got that because I have really enjoyed stitching on the 36 count on my Mayflower ship, you know, that is still stuck on a sandbar in the middle of the Atlantic because it's not done. It's on my whip go board, I think. Anyway, then I could not leave without buying a pattern at least, you know. So I bought the Drawn Thread Little Bits of Halloween. And believe it or not, somebody enabled me to get this on Flosstube, but I cannot remember who it was. And all that fancy fabric I bought was because of Flosstube and all the fabric that y'all show. Y'all are such a bad influence on me. So, there went my overtime money yet again. Okay. So that's my haul. And if anybody is interested in going to Stitch and Frame, it's a great cross-stitch shop. They do have a limit of people that can be in the store, and you have to wear a mask, just like you do at most needlework shops right now. And their hours have changed just a little bit, so you might want to check their website or their webpage. And they do online ordering, and they have Lakeside Linens, people. They do. They have Seraphim. And of course they have R&R, Week Style Works, all different kinds of fabrics. So if you need any fabric, give them a call. All right, next, let's talk about my plans. Okay, I watched Deanna with Half Stitch Cross Stitch. She's another one of my Flosstube friends. And she and one of her friends, and I'm so sorry, but I cannot remember her name, plan to do a February Festival 2021 SAL. And the hashtag is hashtag February Festivals 2021. And from February the 1st through the 14th, they're going to stitch Valentine's Smalls. And then after the 14th, they're going to stitch Easter. So that'll be interesting until the end of the month. So I thought, another squirrel trail. It's one I need to go down because I don't have enough Valentine stuff to stitch. So I kitted up a few things this week. And it was really funny. I had kitted up a few things even before she said that, because I bought them and I ran across them and I was like, well, why am I not doing this? But I found this Wee Ones Forever Love, and I got it on sale at one of the cross stitch shops. It's from Heart and Hand. And so I've got all the call for colors now that I've bought all the thread that I needed. Excuse me. And I plan to start that. Then this was the first pattern I ever bought on Etsy, but I saw it and I was like, oh, I've got to have it. And it's from Heartstring Samplery, and it's V is for Valentine. And I noticed that my Flosstube friend Stitch Rhodey, she's a good one to watch also. If you like to sit and stitch and listen to somebody talk, she's really good to listen to because she has a great sense of humor. But V is for Valentine. It's just, it just caught my eye. She even finished hers and got this particular frame. And it's kind of like a Mill Hill frame where it's got the little dowel in the back. So you could prop it on the shelf or you can hang it up. So I thought that was really neat. But I'm going to use some 32 count or 28 count probably. I'm not sure, for my stash. And the stitch, the pattern is 80 by 80, and it uses Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works, and it's got a DMC conversion. So I'm looking forward to starting that one. This is from the Alphabet series. Okay, next I've got oh dear, I think I got this about 2 years ago, because it's the 2018 Collector's Heart from Heart and Hand, and it says, all of me loves all of you. And I just fell in love with that. I thought it was so pretty. And then it's got the extra little pattern with the scissor fob. So I thought this would be a good one. And I'm going to stitch this on some fabric in my stash. And it's got some Rhodes Hearts and Smyrna Crosses in it. And after going on my thread shopping spree, I have enough. So that's good. Then I cannot show you the actual picture of this one. I've had this one so long, I am ashamed. This is a free pattern, or at least it was. Well, it still is. I looked, you can still get it. Let me fold it just a little bit. It's from Just Another Button Company. And you see the little drawing. It's a little teapot. It's from the Teapot series. And I thought, oh, I've had these in a little box for the longest time. I had the buttons, I had the fabric, everything. And if you bought the buttons, you got the fabric. You know, the button pack, you got the fabric, not the fabric, but you got the pattern for free. So see, there's the button pack. It uses lots of buttons. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 buttons. And the fabric I'm going to use is just a raw linen. That's all. And the threads that I'm going to use are, you know, like Weeks Dye Works. They're purples and roses and butternut squash and guacamole. And of course, they're in that big pile of thread that I bought because I had one little strand of guacamole. That was it. And Aztec Red, I didn't have any of that, so I had to buy that. Thank goodness they had it. I was very excited to hear that. But this is the fabric I'm going to do it on. Just a piece of raw linen, and it's 28 count. Okay. And then my other one I'm going to do, I have big plans, don't I? Thinking I'm going to get all this done by the 14th. Is another Heart and Hand pattern, and it's called Spread Kindness. And that's a good word for this year. And it's got the cute little heart charm with it. Or not. Yes, it does. And it's also got the little felt. So you can attach the felt in the little button. It's not a charm, it's a button. So you can attach that at the bottom. And I've got some chenille that color, so I'm all ready for the finish. Okay, and it uses Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works. And it uses the blanket stitch to attach the little pocket on the bottom. And some people call it the buttonhole stitch. So that's a very easy stitch. So it's not hard to learn, and they have a good little diagram on here for you to learn. So I thought, ooh, that's exciting, and I'll just be posting that on Instagram, and, you know, y'all can keep up with my progress. All right, then, I'm not showing you my Easter starts because I have no clue what they are. You know, we can't plan too far ahead. We have to, I don't want to make a humongous long video. Then there was Whip Go. Well, you know, I finished my, well, yeah, I did. I finished my other Whip Go goals. Well, I reached my goals. I got my 3 box done on the Spooky Halloween, which I showed you in the last video. And I also got 1 piece, you know, one little, there were 3 pieces in my tiny pumpkin étui, I guess is how you say it. I am butchering that, I know. But anyway, I got the little pin cushion stitched. I didn't get it put together, but I just wanted to get it stitched. So this month she's already drawn for February though, and one of the pieces that she drew was one of my former retreat projects at a past retreat. And the picture for this is very, very small. It's, let's see, be kind, be true. And I just thought that was so cute. And it's going to go on a little paper mache book. And I have, you know, when you're at a retreat, you visit a lot and you don't stitch much. So I visited a lot. And I had a good time. And I had to go around and see what everybody else was doing. You know, I didn't have time to sit. I mean, I wasn't going to just sit there and stitch. And then, you know, they have food. And oh, I tell you, we have the best food. Everybody brings something. And the lady that, Donna, she has the stuff. And oh, it's good. But anyway, this was all I got done. Don't you love how I did not iron it? I'm so sorry. Didn't even think about it. But I didn't even have my iron plugged up too. But I've been saying I need to finish that, I need to finish that. And it's just too cute. So hopefully I've got this down as a finish on my Whip Go board this month. So hopefully I can get that done. And next weekend, no, not next weekend, but weekend after next, 2 weekends from now will be the Whip Go weekend. And I have to work. So, I don't know if I'll get a lot done that weekend or not. We'll just have to wait and see. But I was really, really excited about that. Then, the other project that they pulled, the other number she pulled, just happened to be a project that you've seen me working on. It was Square Dance. So, you know, I have, no, I didn't do that right. Okay, hang on. Nothing like not being prepared. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I had all of January done, except I didn't have the letters January done. Then I had all of February done. Well, no, I had the pinks and the reds and the whites in February done. No border, no February. And then I had the birds in March done, part of them, and nothing else. So I finished all that in the 24 hours of cross stitch last month, or this month. Oh, goodness, I'm getting confused. So that means that I said I was going to do 2 more months. So I'll have to do April and May. I have big plans, don't I? So, I will show you April. Look at all those cute little carrots. And then there's May with all the cute little flowers. So I'm really going to enjoy that. And this is on 32 count vintage country mocha. Oh, goodness. Belfast linen with 2 threads over 2 threads. And it's just really fun. And no, my birds still do not have legs because I have not touched it. I will show you people that are just watching now that see there's no legs on those birds. None. I noticed it when I was ironing last week. Oh, goodness. But they will have legs. I promise. So, those are the 2 things I'm going to stitch on for Whip Go. Because I kept saying, I'm going to finish that. I'm going to finish that. And yeah, you're right. You know, something new comes along. And, yeah. You just do all the new stuff. Or the Valentine's stuff, you know, because something turns your head. And somebody says, oh, that would be fun. So, I sure am saying so a lot. Okay, oh, the last one, my monthly Orny SAL. Somebody asked me what happened to my creative whimsies from just Nan. Can you tell my dogs are getting impatient? And I was like, well, you know, I just kind of got sidetracked. And I've been working on the 12 Days of Christmas Whimsy by Just Nan. And I was doing real good till I realized I only had 11 frames for 12 days of Christmas. And this is not new. So, I'm on the hunt for frames. I need 8 Maids of Milking. Just a plain red frame. If anybody has a frame like this, I'd be more than happy to take it. If you've got a purple frame or a green frame or even a gold frame, please message me below because I would love to buy it from you. But I'm going to do 10 Lords of Leaping this month. And I'll show you how much I have done. Nothing. So, I need numbers 10, 11, and 12. So, hopefully I can get number 10 done this month. So, that will be great. And it uses DMC floss, chronic metallics, and pearl cotton number 8 for the white. Some of the white. So, that's all my SALs, I think. And then I'm going to do 24 hours of cross stitch, but I'll talk more about that next week. Now, it's time for our giveaway winners to be announced. Now, I ran the random comment picker, but I did it on my phone, forgetting that I was going to be taping with my phone. So I wrote down the 2 numbers, and I hope y'all know I am honest. So I picked number 6 and number 13. And I got on my sheet, because I wrote everybody's name down on a sheet, because somebody made the comment, one of the floss tubers I watched this week, that they said that they counted, they ran the random comment picker and it didn't pick up all the comments. So I thought, ooh, I'm going to check that myself. So I did. I did what they did. And it picked number 6 and number 13. Well, number 6 is Pat Richardson. And Pat, you won the Shamrock Row. Congratulations, Patty. I really was tickled when I saw you won this. I really was. And Janine Bell won number 13. The Mill Hill Kit, Luck of the Irish. Congratulations, Janine. Now, Janine and Patty, you need to email me at stitchingscotty@gmail.com, or you can, yeah, you need to email me at stitchingscotty@gmail.com. I'll link that, I'll put that below so you can see it, and I will have links below to the things I have mentioned. I've been trying to do that also. And send me your address, you know, and your regular name. Like if you put, well, neither one of y'all put a YouTube name. Like if you were like Blue Flower or something, you'd have to put like Jane Doe or whatever. But anyway, make sure that you send it to me. I will wait 2 weeks. If I do not hear from you in 2 weeks, that will be by Valentine's Day, I will draw another name for the winner. So I really appreciate y'all commenting, and I hope you enjoy stitching this, and you know, just keep subscribing and we'll get more and more giveaways. So I really appreciate it so much that everybody's watching, and I hope y'all are having a good time, and because I know I am. So then I talked to you about a freebie, and after this we will go. Where did I go with it? Okay, here we go. And I hope this works. I tell you, there's days that technology and I do not do well together. Okay, this is not a new pattern, but a lot of people do not mention her. Oh dear, here we go again. I just love technology. I had this already and I took too long and it turned off. I tell you, I can just hear my friends just laughing up a storm, but that's okay. One of these days I'm going to learn how to edit, and y'all are not going to see these things. Okay, this is from Teresa Kogut, and it's called Hold Closely the Ones You Love, and I just thought it was just so precious. Oh, darn it. Hang on. Okay, and there's the free pattern. If you go to her website, teresakogut.com, and there's like a menu at the top. It's like in black, and it says free patterns, and there's a lot of free patterns on there. They're really nice, but this one I just thought it had the snowman, and you know I still want it to snow, and it was hugging the little bunny rabbit, and it's a real cute pattern, and it doesn't use a lot of different flosses, and it would be something fun to stitch. So anyway, tune in tomorrow for your first free Valentine pattern, and you know, just a little talk about stitching. I may get a lot done, I may not, and I hope everyone has a great day and a good week. Well, a great day, because I will see you tomorrow. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and just pass the word along so we can just share the love of cross stitching. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.